So I'm like, yeah, I'm not really liking that too much.
What? AEW?
True story.
What?
We don't I don't know why the other day the last shit that we did on certain parts it wasn't looking good. I think it's because of it had to just been a thing like a connect problem.
Connection or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like it used to look
Boy,
good.
the people that's gonna be on here tonight, they gonna Mike Jones your ass. They gonna be like, back then you didn't want no, not that hot, y'all on them. Now this week you don't want them.
For real, that shit's crazy, man.
Yeah, they gonna Mike Jones your ass. I'm interested to hear this.
Yeah, definitely, man.
What these three things is you don't like?
It was more than three.
Damn.
I mean, I ain't gonna say three. Deal was cracking, but nah, it was just random stuff, man.
We already got somebody in here already
Yeah, Deal.
on the thing.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Shit, hold on, let me go at the comments.
We got
Okay,
three.
Dilbert Doe. Oh, three. I don't see the other two pop up yet.
You don't see him on the screen?
Yeah, I
What
see
we are?
Dilbert. I see Dilbert, but I don't see the other two.
Or maybe I'm the only one that could see like the number count of people.
Oh, the
in
number count. I got you. They'll probably show up here in a minute.
Word, but shit, I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, they already know what we're talking about. We're talking about AEW Dynamite.
AEW.
And this one's gonna be hella quick. When I say quick, we're gonna do this one. We're just gonna knock out Dynamite because, like he said, I don't know if y'all heard it because I had pressed live, but I don't know when it popped on. But I'm in the middle of watching NXT, just like you in the middle of watching NXT. So
right,
Eddie Wang, King Eddie Wang drank. Hell yeah, what's cracking, man? We on here in the phone. But anyway, we talking AEW Dynamite, man. We can go ahead and start that shit off, man. Like I said, if more people pop up, you already know all you gotta do is just say something. We'll go over it. Yep. But that shit, man, it was just a bunch of shit on this episode, man.
Damn,
I ain't gonna say shit. Like, look, I'll put it this way: it was a good episode, but it's like, damn, like the first episode came off way cleaner than this one.
In terms of
just a bunch of I think maybe it was the matches, man, and it was just like some stuff just came off real awkward to me. Like, let me see. You know what? We just go down from top to bottom, and then when I get to something that I looked as hella off. I mean, you don't. Me and I say you're gonna hate on it, but you already know that the women's match that was fucking awkward. Oh, that was awkward.
Mr. I hate women's wrestling. We know that.
That was a shitty one. That was a shitty match, though. It was horrible. And what was her name? Emi Sakura.
Yep.
She sucked it up. It was horrible. like she was overly doing everything. Like it was like it was.
Is that literally or
even to the introduction in the walkout? That was the most
bland.
Bland, but also like just awkward walkout with her and B Priestley. But shit, let's start off with Private Party and the Young Bucks, man.
Fucking awesome.
That was a good match. Like I said, that was a good match, and that even could be a factor on it is for the fact that they started off so hot. You know what I'm saying? Because that match was real dope, and I like the ending of it. Right. If y'all don't want spoilers, go ahead and hop off right now because we spoiling this whole shit. Yeah,
I think King Eddie Wang agrees with you.
Mm-hmm.
He says the women's match was some crap. I think
it was garbage. It sucked. It absolutely sucked. We're gonna get to even more reasons or like points that I'm gonna make about that match. That was just like, yo, and it was funny because after about 2 minutes, I'm like, man, fuck this match. And then I switched over to NXT, and NXT was on commercial. Seemed like every time I switched over to NXT, they were on a fucking commercial. But anyway,
that should tell you something right there.
Yeah, I guess so. Private Party over the Young Bucks, man. Did you expect that? Or did not predict that?
No, you said that the Young Bucks were going to win that for the simple fact that they are who they are in the company, and being that, I guess you probably didn't say this, but I guess because they are the more established household name or whatnot. But I picked Private Party because I just felt that, you know, being that we know that this is the Young Bucks company, or at least a good portion of it is. I mean, the Young Bucks know these Private Party boys. They know they on the come up. They know that, you know what I'm saying, they need to shine way more than they do.
Yeah, definitely that.
So
makes way more
why
sense.
not? Why not? You know what I'm saying? What better time to waste, or don't waste any time, I should say, and just go ahead and put these boys over, man.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did tonight. And
I mean,
then on the back end too is like shit. Whenever they want the belts, I mean, all I got to do is just get them. You know, since they are like, yeah, they're big in the company. So
there's some pretty dope belts too, man. I done seen them.
I haven't seen
it. I've seen a photo of them.
Do they have color to it, or is it just straight gold like Jericho's belt?
I think it's like straight gold. I'll tell you what. It's a combination of. And somebody actually put a comment up under the picture. I think it's on All Elite's. I want to say IG or Twitter, one of those. But when I peeped the belts, somebody said they're a mixture of like the old like WCW, like I think the old 80s WCW belt like / ECW belts in the 90s, like when the Dudleys had them and the Eliminators or what have you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's a combination of that, but they look sweet though, man. Like I like them.
Gorilla Strong was cracking, man.
Gorilla Strong, who are you? What's going on, Gorilla Strong?
GS. Now, but I went ahead and threw up this comment. Private Party probably got over because the Young Bucks going to get a title shot regardless, and that does make sense.
Yeah, you're probably right about that, King. Anyway, yeah,
I'm the King.
But I tell you what, though, man, I loved the overall pace of this match. I knew it was going to be a pretty fast pace, you know, nonstop, action packed, whatever you want to call it. So, we already knew what to expect as far as the match went. I was just anxious to see if the Young Bucks were really going to put over Private Party, because my thing is like with Private Party, okay, I understand that they're brand new, and I understand that nobody, outside of the mainstream professional wrestling scene knows who they are. But at the same time, I mean, it doesn't take a wrestling booker to understand, like, these dudes have the look, they have the charisma, they can connect with the fans, and their in-ring ability speaks for itself. So pretty much they're the total package.
Yeah, they are.
Ask me.
They are.
So I just felt like, okay, yeah, it wouldn't have been surprising if the Young Bucks went over, but at the same time, that's too predictable, because you're already thinking like, all right, like I said early on just now, we know that this is the Young Bucks, or at least a portion of the Young Bucks organization. And just like you alluded to just now, if they want a damn title shot, all they got to do is just book themselves in a match. I mean, shit, they got free reign. They got the book any damn way. But I'm actually glad that, you know what I'm saying, they weren't, that egotistical, and they were humble enough, to recognize, this is, they are a part of the future and what's, hot right now as far as like present day tag team wrestling. So, I applaud the Young Bucks, for putting Private Party over. You know what I'm saying? Now,
the thing about the Young Bucks that I like is the fact, like, say if they do something that you don't like agree with, you could call them the Young Fucks.
That's true. That's very much true. Well, they certainly didn't act like a bunch of them tonight, though. They did, they did, I thought, what they were supposed to do, put the young talent over or what have you. Now, I'm not saying that the Private Party are going to win it all. I'm still sticking to, LB, Seto Dieto, who that is. Lucha Brothers. I'm still sticking with the Lucha Brothers, but I just felt for some reason that, the Young Bucks saw like, hey, these guys are hot. They're getting over. And, why not, give them the rub? It's don't waste no time. But
he's sticking with El Port de Young Julio doing Porcata.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
But no, that was a good match, man. I also like the ending, just how you said last week that a match doesn't necessarily have to end with a finisher, with like a
Right.
signature move.
Right.
And I like the way they did that as well. That was a good
Although
match.
they did hit Gin and Juice though. They
Yeah,
did
yeah,
hit
yeah.
their finisher.
Yeah, that
But
shit
it's
was
just
clean.
that Matt, and I actually like that little touch too. I actually like the fact when they hit Gin and Juice, Matt Jackson had the presence of mind to roll outside the ring. That actually was a good way to protect the Young Bucks too, without having them take, you know, a pinfall from the Private Party's finish. And they also it also made the Young Bucks look just as strong as well as the Private Party, being that as the Young Bucks were going to go and hit their finisher, which was the Meltzer driver, Mark Quinn was able to reverse it and just basically just get a surprise cradle on Nick Jackson for the 3 count. Yeah. So again, like I said, and see, that's the beautiful thing about AEW. That's the you know the uniqueness and the visual presentation that I'm talking about. Like the fact that the wrestling match can end with a wrestling move. Yeah. Not trying to hone in so much on actually finishing the match with your finisher. Like that's so unique. Like you don't see that in pro wrestling these days. So kudos to AEW for actually sticking true to the pro wrestling I guess personification, if you want to call it, maybe by actually winning matches.
Man. I gotta look that one up.
Hey man, I'm a wrestling mastermind. I mean, I gotta do that every now and then. But no,
yeah, the booking that Gorilla Strong says the booking was perfect in this match. King Eddie Wayne said the exact same thing, that they'll probably make it to the semifinals.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, and it said it was a step above. Eddie Wayne said a step above the red cups.
They got that. They got the good money now, man.
Yeah,
they got the con money behind them. But hey, let's go. Let's move on to my, in my opinion, the best part of the night, man. Jericho comes out, and it was also
Jericho, huh?
That was a great, or not great. I mean, it was just smart to have a barn burner of a match like that, and then right after, go ahead and bring out your champion. It's pretty much the most known guy on the roster holding the belt.
Yep.
And I love that whole segment, the whole Jericho segment.
Yeah, it was great.
Him bringing out, and then even announcing the name, the Inner Circle. I love the fact when the fans started chanting "We the People," how he fucking just straight up disrespected the WWE creator.
Oh,
that whole gimmick was fucking bullshit.
Oh man.
Yep.
Woo!
I give this whole second. I give this whole segment 5 marks.
But did you see? But hold on. But did you see the look? Did you see the facial? Did you see the facial expression after he said all of that? Did you see that pause where him and Hager were staring like right into the hard camera, like for those 5 seconds?
Yeah.
Like, dude, like that was.
I'm gonna rewatch that too.
They basically just said "fuck you, WWE" without even having to say anything.
Yeah, definitely.
Like that is the mark of a great superstar. Like when you can send a message with your facial expression without even having to say a word, that is the mark of a true pro and a seasoned veteran, and that is exactly what Chris Jericho is.
Word up, Top Crew Cat. He made it back through. That's what's up.
Hey, all right.
It's almost like, man, you already know that the sandwich is great if it tastes good even before you even make the sandwich. Because whenever I make sandwiches, I'll be taking like little meats, throwing them in there. Oh, you know what? Let me taste this onion first.
Hey, Eddie Wayne said real quick, AG, he said Jericho straight shitting on We the People and WWE creative, the goddamn champion.
Hell yeah.
Le champion.
Shout out to Captain Cron. Oh shit, Captain Akron in here. He's right, y'all.
Yeah,
hit that like button. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Yeah, I love this whole segment, man. And then it was funny because, like, he ended up, of course, dubbing his team the Inner Circle. I thought they was gonna call him the List. Like when he said that the first ones that he put on, or Guevara and saying he made the list. I was like, oh, this is. And truthfully, I was like, come on, man, just be the list because I think that's fucking fire. But Inner Circle's cool too. But
I just thought of something.
Mm-hmm.
Since he was taking shots at WWE, how big of a fuck you would this have been?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna add something on to that name the list. What if he would have took it a step further, Jericho did, and name his crew the A-list?
Oh yeah, that would have been crazy.
That would have been a big middle.
But you know WWE, man, they probably already own the fucking rights to the A-list. You know what I'm saying? There's some like they own everything. Like that's what I'm not sure if you follow or subscribe to Ryback on YouTube.
Yeah, I've heard. I see his shit. Yeah, I know what he
match it. Yeah, he's trying to raise or fund 60,000. I'm pretty sure he has it because he has supplement company and all this shit. Right. But he pretty much put it out there that $60,000 has to go. He has to pay $60,000 in court shit in order to get full rights to Ryback. So pretty much WWE can't use Ryback for anything like network old shit. Like they can't fucking use his name Ryback.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Gorilla Strong not a fan of Ryback. He said Ryback is a tool. He is.
Yeah,
but his YouTube channel, man, is really
it's hot right now.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty dope. Oh shit, here comes Shawnee Mac with his wrestling hating ass.
You ought to change his channel name to Wrestling Drink Shotty.
No, you just gotta bear with it, man. Like you already know, for your craft beer and for your reviews and shit, you already know to go to the other channel. This one right here, I'm like, boom, I'm gonna kind of keep it towards wrestling while I'm back a fan of it. Yeah. But then it's gonna be other kind of content, trust me, over here on this channel.
Right.
Let me see.
But he is nothing but a food review channel now, and I don't think he does it well. Is he talking about Ryback?
Yeah, Ryback.
Oh wow. He said
talking about me, man. When I do them food reviews, I'll be killing, man. I got a fart. Holy shit! I think I blew a hole through my trousers.
Ow!
Even though I don't have on trousers, I have on sweatpants.
Ooh, that was a wet one.
The sweatpants.
That was a wet.
I watched Ryback.
That was a puddle. That was a puddle.
What you say?
I watched Ryback to see him fuck up some food. It's a white damn drops. Whoa, yikes!
But shit, man. Hold on. Okay, the Inner Circle.
Yeah, the Inner Circle.
The name. I like the entire thing. The one thing that I don't like, and I've been a fan of him, and I'm a huge fan of his YouTube channel. I'm subscribed to his YouTube channel. And I've been watching this kid for fucking probably damn near 2 years, 2 years or maybe more years. I know I remember when he didn't hardly have any subscribers and shit, and I was watching because I think I just typed in one day, wrestling vlogger, just to see if there were any wrestlers, old or new, that actually vlogged, and then his is one of the first ones came up, and I've been kind of a fan of that guy ever since. But he is irritating as a bitch right now. Like motherfucking Sammy Guevara, put your tongue in your mouth, like constant.
Oh man,
like you fucking like he comes off as like, I mean, and I know it's wrestling, I know it's fake, and I know it's a heel gimmick or whatever.
That boy love that pooty tang.
He come out like a fucking cornball.
That boy love that pooty tang.
That boy been hanging around. Hey, that boy been hanging around Dwayne, bro.
Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, that boy said I love that pooty tang.
Dwayne.
Yeah,
I smacked the shit out of Ryback. Hold up, I smacked the shit out of Ryback.
His head look like a Tic Tac on it.
Yeah, he does have a weird, like he has like a weird action figure build.
My mother would say it's a pea head.
Yeah, a pea head ass Ryback.
Pea head ass Ryback.
Stop talking about Ryback, man. I like his channel.
Nah. He said Sammy is a boy band gimmick,
and it is, but. I may have been the only one that got that. We got 9 people here. That's what's up. But I may be the only person that kind of changed my whole outlook on Sammy Guevara tonight. Like, I'm gonna still watch his YouTube channel and shit.
Right.
And I'm liking his whole heel gimmick shit. But he just came off as just
real corny.
Just a real cornball, like little bitch boy. You know what I'm saying? He was like he's like one of the smallest motherfuckers on the roster.
He's like the Kyle O'Reilly of this group. I'm sorry. And I like Kyle O'Reilly. I've been following Kyle O'Reilly since Ring of Honor. But yeah, I mean, not to go into like no NXT shit because this is a AEW Dynamite broadcast tonight. But I'm just giving examples. I'm just making comparisons between Sammy Guevara and Kyle O'Reilly as far as like a group is concerned. That's what I'm saying. Like Kyle O'Reilly is the cornball, is the lame of Undisputed Era. I mean, what motherfucker is like strumming a guitar as a championship belt in 2019? Like, where they do that at? Like, what? Now we got motherfuckers sticking their tongue out and shit. Like,
but I mean, that's the thing with me with him. It was just constant. I'm like, I get it. In the middle of the ring. I get it. It's like I get it, but it's like, that shit. You look like a fucking cornball. Like you look like a fake cornball. For real, like man. And another thing that's funny about Guevara, I'm damn. It's like I can't stand the dude, but I'm a fan of his fucking channel. But no, another thing about Guevara is like he's like, I mean, fuck, it's a bunch of what am I talking about? But I'll say out of all the professional wrestlers on any roster right now, he's the most what do you call it?
Unappreciated?
No, not even that. Just
underrated.
Not even underrated. Just not fuck, man. That's what I'm saying. When you drink, man. I got to take about a week off. But when you're not intimidated, he's the least intimidating wrestler on any artist right now.
And you know what's funny? Oh,
Marco Stunt, but you know what I'm saying? People like Marco Stunt, of course, you're not intimidated by them, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and it's funny because like dumbass Excalibur, when they came out there for the segment or whatever, Excalibur said, he's got a bunch of killers behind him. I'm like, right? Yeah, about 3 of them. I'm like,
about 3, yeah.
You ain't talking about the pale ass Hispanic dude.
Yeah.
With the hoodie on and the Calvin Klein drawers, which nobody don't wear no more. I know you ain't talking about him. He ain't no killer. Hell no. But let me ask you this question though, in all seriousness. So now that Jericho has assembled a faction now as this inner circle, in terms of benefits, as in terms of getting guys over and aligning themselves with Jericho and automatically getting over. What do you think this can do for somebody like Sammy Guevara's career, or even somebody like Jake Hager? Because Hager's kind of been out the game for a little while, doing his thing in mixed martial arts with Bellator. So now him aligning himself with Jericho and this inner circle along with Guevara, do you think this can really propel them to the top of AEW, or at least in the mid card, and kind of have them in that fine line between the main event and the mid card?
Who you talking about Guevara, right?
Guevara and Hager, both of them.
Yeah, I mean Hager's gonna be he's gonna be over mid card. I mean, just because he's one of the biggest dudes in there or on the roster. As far as Guevara, like it could be a good thing, but then again, it could be like a bad thing because he's gonna constantly look like the weak link in that group.
Yeah.
But like as long as they don't just have it as that, and exactly how Gorilla Strong said, Hager be like a strong mid carder. Right. But I mean, as long as they break them away from the group and put them against talent that could like actually carry a good match, because if it's like a 3-man tag, it's like he's not gonna come over real well.
No.
But as long as they let him still have a singles career and actually let him get clean wins by himself and not because that's another thing that I hate about whenever people start, or whenever these start factions, like everything's gonna be dirty, everything's gonna be constantly like run-ins and bullshit like that, and that's irritating to me. But I mean, we'll just have to see on that, like, because I'm not.
Eddie Wayne.
Well, no, real quick, you need to get Hager isn't gonna be shit, to be honest, if he keep wearing them fucking shirts. Like every week, he wear just a super regular ass like collared shirt. Yeah, like a goofy ass. It look like a bowling shirt.
Yeah.
He keep wearing this tight ass bowling shirt. Like he literally looks like somebody that just came out of the crowd, like that can't dress worth the fuck. Like nothing nothing looks superstar about that. Like they got to give him like at least they got to
give him an AEW shirt at least.
Yeah, something. Them shirts, fuck them shirts. And tell them I said that.
Eddie Wang said Sammy is the 2019 version of Alex Wright. Dang.
exactly. He does kind of remind you of Alex Wright.
Yeah, he does. And then Gorilla Strong says he can't speak on the mic without me. He can't speak on the mic without me laughing my ass off.
Exactly, man. The dude, I don't know, man. It is what it is. But I like and all. I like the fact that Jericho is the gang leader of a gang. So
dude, like Jericho, I tell you what, I never thought I would see, or I'll just go so far as to say I could never envision Jericho being the leader like of a large faction like that, because I've always known him to be like a solo act. But I have to say, he does look pretty at home in this role. I mean, especially with this newly reinvented heel character that he's been able to get over. Like, I think him aligning himself with a bunch of younger group of guys, that are coming up and looking to make a name for themselves. I think Jericho can get these guys over, and I think in turn these young guys can benefit from being with Jericho as long as they're booked right. And like you said, if they can balance, maybe them interfering in maybe like one match ever so often, but every other match, like you said, letting them win in the middle. Like, I think that's what's really going to establish them as a strong group, because we know the Elite. I mean, even though we don't see like baby faces interfering, like, in any of their crew members' matches or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, even if they were like a heel faction, the Elite, I still believe they could win matches clean without having each other interfere.
Yeah. They pretty much, like they have to, you have to book it. You have to book it smart. You got to like, if it's a faction versus faction thing, pull it in there. But if it's a singles match that has nothing to do with it and is more like a run to a title or something like that, leave the rest in the back. Like if you have a light heavy or lightweight, or they do a cruiserweight belt or some shit like that, don't have little Sammy Guevara come out with all them dudes, because I mean shit, like they, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck that. This guy hates WWE, and I feel exactly what he said.
Yeah.
What he said. WWE
he said he's
worst wrestling ever.
That's a good one. I like that. He says, hold on, KK Punk says, fuck this WWE era. They are using MMA and boxing talents. I hate it.
Yeah. I mean, I understand why they're doing the whole Brock Lesnar shit, and even why the Fury shit. I mean, but it was just a bad idea. I mean, Brock, he's been around, but Fury just a stupid ass idea. Like, I mean, the motherfucker can't wrestle.
Right.
Like, all he's gonna do it's just a waste of time. That's what I'm saying. It's a waste. It may not be a waste of time for them, because you may get some boxing fans that normally wouldn't watch wrestling hop over just to see what Tyson's doing. But like, it sucks. Like, for fans like me, when that segment comes on, I'm not even gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying?
See, here's the difference. You speak of Tyson, like the difference between Tyson and Fury. I mean, hell, even the way they use Floyd. Like, the thing of it is like with Tyson, like they put Tyson in a position like to where he could still look strong without having to lay a hand on anybody.
Yeah.
Like the reason that segment with Stone Cold worked so well back in '98 is because Mike Tyson got in Stone Cold's head. He had Stone Cold initiate the attack. Mike Tyson didn't lay a hand on Steve Austin. Steve Austin laid a hand on him.
Yeah, but then another thing with that though is the fact, like, just how KK Punk said, Mike Tyson is different than Tyson Fury. Like, okay, like I'm a huge boxing fan. Like, to be honest, I watch, like, boxing is my sport of choice. Boxing and MMA, and then I've gotten back into professional wrestling. But Tyson Fury is like, to the casual boxing fan, they may not even know who he is.
Right.
And if they do know who he is, it's probably just recent. You know what I'm saying? But from that buzz of the what you call it, the Deontay Wilder fight, being more publicized. But yeah, like a lot of casual boxing fans ain't gonna really even know. They'll know the name, but they're not gonna really even. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson's a fucking like, my daughter's fucking 14, she'll know. If you ask her who Mike Tyson is, oh, that boxer that talks funny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Gorilla Strong said Wilder going to NWA.
I know, right? I wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't doubt it. That would actually be pretty interesting, to be honest with you.
Mm.
And you know what the worst thing about all that is that with this whole Tyson Fury Braun Strowman thing, they're actually putting that bullshit on Crown Blood Money.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. That nobody's gonna watch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so that's gonna, is that another one in Dubai or some shit?
Yeah, Saudi Arabia, whatever.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
A bit, man. Well, shit, we got off topic a bit. The next up, we had Darby Allin, and I'm gonna just go ahead and spoil it. Darby Allin over Jimmy Havoc, and Darby Allin gets a fucking title shot.
This match.
You like that match?
Yeah, that match. I'm gonna tell you why.
This is where we getting into it, to where it's like, yeah, I'm like, I didn't like that match at all.
The reason why I liked that match was not specifically for the wrestling. I liked it for the storytelling. I love the story they told. It was a story of two crazy ass off the hinges dudes trying to tear each other apart, all for a shot at Chris Jericho's World Heavyweight Championship. Now, I will say this. From what we've seen from All Elite Wrestling so far, even going back to Fyter Fest, when we had that Cracker Barrel clash, or no, that was that All Out, right? That Cracker Barrel clash between Joey Janela, Jimmy Havoc, and Darby Allin. There was no stakes. That's the one thing I did not like about that match, is there was no stakes. But the reason why I like this match is because, like I said, the storytelling, and for the fact that it was for stakes.
Yeah,
that's really the only
the Cracker Barrel challenge, though, or whatever the fuck you want to call that bullshit ass match too.
Yeah,
like what would the stakes be? Like you can't get a title shot off of a shit match like that. You know what I'm saying? Off a gimmick match.
I'm just like, at least it'll, I guess, for some absurd reason, like, move you up the ring.
Winner gets fucking Popeye's spicy chicken sandwich.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
Or either move you up the rankings or some shit. It don't even have to be a title shot. It could just, move you up the rankings. You don't have to actually have to get a title shot off of a match like that. But I'm just saying, make it interesting is what I'm saying. That match had no interest, but, again, a bunch of three crazy ass dudes going out there trying to destroy each other for what?
Yeah.
Because the match was fucking sponsored by a restaurant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But compare that to this was actually a more serious matter, to where they're actually going out there tearing each other apart for something prestigious. And that is a shot at the World Heavyweight title.
Yeah.
Now, compared to your point of why you might like it, you might have saw otherwise. But I was just telling you.
Dislike it?
Yeah, why you dislike it?
Man. Yeah, I ain't like that. I mean, you know what? I won't say there was a bad match, but I'll just say that and I like the ending. I like the coffin drop ending. Like, and whatever.
That shit is fucking cool, man.
Yeah, especially when he hits it clean as fuck. Harvey Weinstein in here, man. You're a scumbag, Harvey. Harvey Weinstein, you're a scumbag.
Whoa.
Big Papa Pump was GOAT. Big bad booty daddy.
He was the hookup. Holler if you hear him.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, the match was all right. The whole Darby Allin thing. But look, now I get the really fucking shit on the shit parts that I fucking thought there was shit of this fucking episode of Dynamite. The women's awkward walkout with B. Priestley and Emi Sakura. Damn it. Oh my God.
Sakura.
Yeah, you got it. It was a clusterfuck, straight up.
It was.
And it was funny because it was like B. Priestley is like a heel.
Yeah.
And at that, her gimmick is kind of like a devil worshiper or some shit, like a cultist or some shit like that.
Got
and then you have her come out with Sakura. But yeah, you have to come out with her, and then she's all trying to get the crowd into it and holding the fucking microphone on a mic stand, and it was just too
Christopher Daniels. It
was just ridiculous. It was just stupid. It was a stupid pair, and then I understand the only reason why they may have paired is for the fact of I guess she trained Rio or some shit, but they didn't really even tell that story in the ring at all. It was just
did she just team with Rio?
And trained her. Exactly. But another, like I said, the match just sucked. Period. But then another thing, as far as like, okay, everybody knows that I'm not too huge of a fan of women's wrestling,
right?
But if like I put for people like me that aren't fans of women's wrestling, if you're going to win me over, you need to fucking have women's singles matches instead of fucking tag teams and 3-on-3s and shit like that. Like we need singles, like put together a good fucking wrestling match to where I could actually be like, oh, you know, I kind of fuck with this shit. Don't give me a tag team match because they're never gonna fucking be able to like really put it over like the way it should be put over.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. But true. I didn't like that match. What did you take away from that match? I took you know what I took? I took a couple shits in that match.
Okay, to be perfectly honest with you, I was in the kitchen fixing me a couple of hamburgers during that match. I'm just telling you.
Told you.
Mom's, I mean, like, you know, of course, Mom's was in there. She was watching it, but like, I was in there fixing me a couple of hamburgers. So, yeah, I didn't really, you know, it's whatever.
Yeah, that match sucked. Fuck that shit, like straight up. But and it just wasn't.
See, here's my thing, though. Here's my thing, though. This is where I'm gonna throw like my 5 cents on it. Like you were saying earlier, this match would have made so much more sense if, number one, you're telling that story of Rio and what was her name? Sakura. If she was a mentor of Rio, then you should have just had those two tagging with each other, and then with Britt Baker and B Priestley, like you could have told an even better story because number one, they're rivals, and number two, you could have had it to where like, okay, in this tag match, they would have kind of had to be forced to get along. Yeah. And then like towards the end of the match, you could just have them just disintegrate like mid-match, and then that allows you know, Riho or Sakura to capitalize and they get the win. Easy, simple.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm about to rant on Britt Baker real quick. Okay. Now I know you didn't expect this, but this just came to mind because I had watched a little special that AEW put out earlier today called AEW Dark. And it was basically some of the dark matches that did not appear on Dynamite last week. And Britt Baker was teaming with Allie to face
another tag match.
Yeah, another tag match. It was her and Allie. I can't remember the other two that they no, it was Penelope. It was Penelope Ford and B Priestley, actually. And I just gotta say, man, you know, and I know it's gonna be some people that's on the broadcast right now that's probably gonna, you know, really chew my ass out for this. I really don't give a fuck. But B Priestley needs some Britt Baker needs some serious work. She really does.
For in ring?
Yes, in ring. Like she needs some serious work. Because the shit that I saw from her on AEW Dark, I was like, yeah, I could see why she hasn't been pushed as hard as some of the other girls because, yeah, she's still green. You know what I mean? And my thing, too, is like...
Shout out Top Crew Cat.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate that. No, I was going to say, I'm about to sound like real Aaron Gordon right now. So, forgive me, DVP viewers on this podcast. But, you know, I've always had this philosophy where these real pretty ass female wrestlers, I can't take them serious.
Yeah.
I just can't. Like, I ain't saying you got to be ugly as fuck, but you at least got to be what I like to call ruggedly pretty.
Rhea Ripley.
You know what I'm saying? You know, like Bianca Belair. You know what I'm saying? Like Natalia. Those are, I mean, you know, they're nice looking women, but they're not, but they don't look like so pretty to the point where you can't take them serious. You feel what I'm saying? And it's just like I look at Britt Baker and I'm just like, I cannot take you serious. And you know what the bad part about all of this is like
yo tagged her up with a 4th grader.
Not even that. you wrong as hell for that shit. But no, the reason why I say that is because number one, your motherfucking man is a wrestler. And you telling me you not taking advantage of going and training with him and increasing your skill set? But instead, Adam Cole, baby.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Okay, I didn't know that.
So I'm just like, being that you got a man who's in the business too, a man not only just in the business, but is the champion of the competition. And you not taking advantage of like getting your skills up. Yeah. But instead, you want to come out. Okay, let me tell you how. Let me just give you an example. Okay, I know we supposed to be going on to the next thing, DVP watchers, but just bear with me here. I'm trying to make a point. I promise I am. But anyway, so let me give you an example. So on this AEW Dark Tag Team match, tell me why this girl Britt Baker done fucked up like not 1, not 2, but 3 moves, like all in one sequence. It seems like at first she was going for this little pump handle suplex or whatever the hell that bullshit was that she was going for, and she completely fucked that up. I mean, botched it like to no end, and everybody could see it in plain daylight. And then maybe like a couple of moves later, she botched another fucking move, which just completely just got me heated like to the 90th degree.
See, that's when I wasn't.
And then on top of that, for the finish, why the fuck are you over here jacking Pac's finishing move?
No,
you over here trying to do the brutalizer, and then you sticking your stanky ass fingers in another chick's mouth. Nobody wanna feel your no woman wanna feel your hand where you been putting your hand in your coochie at. No other woman don't want to feel that shit. I know Penelope Ford was like, why the fuck this smell like loaded baked potato? why I got sour cream and fish grease?
Penelope Ford.
Yeah, Penelope Ford. That's who she put the submission on.
No, it was Sakurai.
I'm talking about on AEW Dark. I ain't talking about Dynamite.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay, I'm tripping.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
But yeah, for the finish, this is how terrible she is. This is back to my point. I'm just like, why are you sticking your nasty coochie infested mouth or infested fingers into this chick's mouth? Like nobody wants to taste that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, stop jacking off Adam Cole before you go and wrestle. Like, nobody wants to taste that.
Get you back.
But anyway, I said all that to say is that Britt Baker needs some work, man. Like, she's fucking terrible. Like, she's green as hell. Like, I can see why they're not pushing her the way that they originally were. And to be honest with you, AG, they don't need to. Until I see some improvement. Like, I thought Britt Baker was good.
We got the 70-pound fucking 5th grader as the fucking women's champion anyway, so we good.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But the fact of the matter is that like this broad is green. I mean, I thought she was good. Like, just
some more comments in the comment section if you're still here.
Yeah. I mean, excuse my rant, but I just had to get that out. But anyway, but yeah, man, that chick needs some damn work, man. Like, her and Brandy Rhodes need to
they need to set them up. They need to match them up. They need to match them up. That would be a funny fucking match.
Shit, they need to have them on AEW Dark. I hope they have another episode of that shit.
That's crazy though.
Make that broad work overtime just because she's mad. And I ain't talking about in a good way. Like, make that shit work overtime. Like, really make her earn her shit, bro. Because she's green as fuck.
It is what
it
is.
Adam, like, what are you doing? Why you letting your woman take L's out here, man?
It is what it is.
Like shit, bro.
Yeah, what did you think of that best friends fucking shit? That was horrible. But I'm gonna say on different levels of horrible. Like, for one, the anyway, for one, the whole drone package with the shit hug and then whatever zoom out, that was lame as a bitch. And then the interview right after was awkward as fuck.
Right.
It was super awkward. But that these are the things I was talking about as far as what I didn't like. It was like almost like they certain things that got approved maybe shouldn't have got approved, because like that shit was lame as fuck. It was awkward, and it was almost like they like double lamed fucking the best friends. And like I said, I'm not a fan of that gimmick either. But then right after that, the most awkward Sean Spears intro.
Yeah,
like when they ended up, it was just awkward how they even did that, because like they kind of made it look like the next match wasn't even that match.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they knocked the lights off, and then Jim Ross like, I don't know what this is. And then boom, Sean Spears is just in the middle. I'm like, okay, it's Sean Spears sitting in the chair, so I guess this match is up. But then it seemed as if maybe the match wasn't up, that maybe he was gonna come out and cut a promo.
Right.
Some shit to me. That's what I got out of it. It was just real awkward to me.
I actually thought, to be honest with you, I thought it was gonna be like the Dark Order, like attacking the best friends from behind or some shit.
Exactly. So
which would have made sense. I mean, if they did that, I mean, and you could have told the story if that happened. You could have told the story of like, well, you know, they didn't want the best friends to, you know, make it, you know, to the semifinals of the tournament. So they just decided just to take them out. To give themselves an advantage, you know, to further themselves in the tournament. Now that would have made sense. If that's why the lights cut off, and you just would have seen Evil Uno and Grayson right there, and they just beat the shit out of the best friends.
Yeah,
okay, that was
like that. Yeah, because the interview was awkward, and then just to switch out of there, and then it was just real. It was just, like I said, it was just awkward, and it just looked like it was just gross. It was just like, what the fuck is this shit? And another question I had, that maybe you know, is Tully Blanchard like his official manager?
Yeah.
Or is he just going? Oh, he is his like he's just rocking with him for okay.
Right. Shit! It didn't seem kind of look who done stepped up in the room.
Ty Howard in the
that boy TH.
What's cracking with you, man?
Oh yeah, by the way, shout out to Ty Howard, man, my new Facebook friend. You know what I'm saying? We was on Facebook, you know, chatting it up earlier.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Man. Yeah, man. What you think about AEW tonight, Ty? Talk to us. You know, you the man with the plan around here these days. He says a 50-year-old man is champion whose finisher is a spinning back elbow. Hey, that shit fire though. That Judas effect is fire. I don't care what nobody thinks.
I mean, because they got it over so much to where it's like boom, he hits it and it's done deal. But it is a normal ass.
He hit it out of nowhere. You don't know when it's coming.
I mean, he kind of telegraphs it though. Like tonight, you definitely knew it was coming tonight.
He telegraphed it.
Yeah, but then people were killing, that John Cena shit. What was it? Was it just like a punch? What was that shit John Cena did?
Oh yeah, that little.
That elbow too.
No, that was a fist. He did like this, like a little.
Yeah, like
some shit he got off a movie he did.
Yeah.
Okay. But the Judas effect looked better than that shit. Like that John Cena shit was like, well, whatever. Yeah. I guess it was another burial tactic. I guess.
But then Moxley came out to the biggest pop of the night as far as like superstars.
Right.
I mean, maybe Cody was right with it, but Moxley was like Moxley looked like the real superstar tonight.
He did.
In a match that wasn't that great to me. What did you think of this match? It was definitely it was a slower paced match, but what did you think of this match?
It was average. I'll agree with you on that wavelength. It was definitely average. it definitely was not one of the better Moxley or Spears matches that we've seen so far. I think for one, and I'm not making excuses for Moxley, but we do have to understand too that he has been out with an injury.
Yeah.
So he could be, a little rusty or whatnot. And to Sean Spears' defense, he was not on Dynamite last week. So he could be kind of, brushing the cobwebs off too. But
you getting ring rust from not working for a week though.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say at the same time, I was gonna say actually, but at the same time, it's just like I really can't say that about Spears because he didn't have an injury. And it's like, you're a professional and you're supposed to be prepared, when it's your time. So I don't know. But I could definitely say for Moxley, he was definitely recovering from an injury or what have you. So that could be his reason for, I guess, if you want to say underperforming, or performing average. He did. And even the finish of like, Omega coming out there with a barbed wire broom, I didn't really get that too much.
The cleaner.
Oh yeah, I mean, I know
he was just choosing between just hardcore whatever or the cleaner, and he threw him
like AG, a broom, no dog, a broom,
barbed wire.
A broom? I could see a barbed wire bat, but a broom?
Yeah, but it was just strictly just trying to hint at the cleaner.
but King, hold on. King anyway said Pac fucked up a good Sylvester Stallone build up.
Pac, baby, but that's what I was just about to say right before that. Was like Kenny Omega can't catch a break, man. Like no matter what, like whether it's a match, whether it's him running in, he's just taking L's after L's. Ever since AEW has been on this level. Like, and I understand that they probably like a big like downfall, and they probably gonna make him go like nuts and some like they got something for him. Right. But he cannot catch a break.
Yeah, at least not right now.
He can't cook for longer than 5 minutes before getting his ass whipped. I find it funny because he had a phenomenal past 2 years. So it is what it is.
It might be shit. It might be karma.
You think?
Yeah. It might be. It might be the fact of everybody's been raving about him like these past couple of years, and he's been like the talk of he was the talk of the pro wrestling industry for so long, and it's kind of like now that he's in the US like full time and not in Japan anymore. It's kind of like this thing of like the world doesn't revolve around Kenny Omega anymore. Like he's got to fall in line with the rest of us and work his way up.
The thing with it though is he's one of the top dudes with AEW. So like I think they just doing they doing it on purpose.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's the reason why they're doing it. Yeah.
That was my point, because he's been so used to having his way when he was overseas, and now that he's back in the States, they're saying like, okay, Kenny, the world does not revolve around you. We know you're a top guy, and we know you're probably going to be one of the top guys in AEW, but still, you're not just gonna, you're not just gonna catapult yourself to the main event just because you're.
Same thing with the Young Bucks,
right?
Yeah, same ethics and morals that they're doing, and it makes sense because I mean, in a real world before all this shit has gotten to where we are, you would definitely think that Cody would be the first AEW title holder,
right?
But he wasn't. And it makes a whole bunch of sense. Like shit, if y'all, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. I fuck with it hella hard. That the Pac ending, I like the fact that they threw Pac in there because Pac made a bunch of points. It's like he has the best record in AEW now. And I didn't know the whole never being pinned for 10 years shit. But I mean, like, why
that was from WWE though. That was from WWE.
But it's almost like a Fedor thing. Like when Fedor like went all those years
without being defeated. Yeah,
you still got to acknowledge the undefeated. You know what I'm saying? Where you are. And but I like the fact that he threw himself in the mix and kind of you know what I'm saying, just said fuck whatever. I like that whole thing because
I think that whole thing was
more deserving of a title shot or even number one contention. Like how would Darby Allin taking on
Chris Jericho?
No, the guy.
Jimmy Havoc.
Yeah, Jimmy Havoc. How's that a number one contenders match? Nah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do they have the best 2 records in AEW now? No. So I'm like, that just didn't make sense.
But at the same time, AG, let's put on our creative team hat. This could all be a part of Pac's story. This could all be the fact of like, okay, maybe they're doing it on purpose to kind of, tell his story of like, all right, he's finally made his arrival in AEW, beat 2 of his top stars in the company, has all of this momentum, is undefeated, but he still don't get no love. So what does he do? Instead of, sitting back and, letting it get to him, he creates an opportunity and, he makes people pay attention. It's like, I'm the bastard. Like, y'all are going to acknowledge me and going to acknowledge that I'm
the bastard.
Right.
You're Vince. That was Vince McMahon.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Thank you. My thing is that I think this could all be a part of the story of, like I said, he's finally arrived in AEW, has made a huge impact, beat 2 of the top guys in the organization, and he's still getting overlooked in a way. So instead of him sitting back taking this shit, what does he do? He steps up, like you said, throws himself in the mix, creates an opportunity for himself, and kind of says to everybody, hello, like, I'm the bastard Pac. Like, I just beat 2 of your top guys that you didn't think I could beat. Like, where the fuck is my credit? Like, am I going to get a title shot here? Like, I'm undefeated. You know what I'm saying? So I think this could all be a part of the story.
Yeah.
If I'm just thinking about it from a creative standpoint.
No, I feel you. I like, Todd said that's so true. Kenny is the best pure wrestler they have. AEW trying too hard to put over the no names and mid carders to make up the roster.
So lame as fuck, huh? Well, you could have a point. You could have a point.
Yeah, it's corny, but it is what it is, man. Like, shit. What was next, man? We had the main event. Sammy Guevara. Yeah, but Guevara. In my notes, it's funny. I put main event. I put Guevara as a fucking dork. Then I put shit ending. So like, I don't really remember how the match went.
I mean, basically, Hager interfered
in another kind of shitty match and another lackluster match for the main event. Yeah, and this right here was another thing. Guevara in a match with all these towering over him dudes. It's like it's not good for Guevara as a singles competitor to have him. So I kind of take what I said back. It's like, what will this faction do for Sammy Guevara? I think it may hinder him because if it's, and that's what I said. As long as they, and I know it just started tonight. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can't like put it all like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is like week fucking 7 and it's still the same. But yeah, like if this is what it's going to be, and he's in 3, you know what I'm saying, 6-man tags, 8-man tags, tag team with his people, and he's constantly being like looked at as like the little dude. Yeah, it's gonna be bad for him. But if they give him next week a match versus can't be Darby Allin now, but like a match versus another smaller guy, where they can actually fly around and see, like, you know what I'm saying, kind of a competition of who looks better doing all the crazy shit, then you know what I'm saying. Like pretty much his match is gonna have to get him over, not this whole fucking this whole thing. But the one thing and the solo thing that I liked about the whole main event in the ending was the whole MJF running out to fucking save him, because
finally we get the answer to that question. Because I completely forgot about all of that, but when I saw, at first I didn't even notice it was Friedman running down the aisleway at first, but as the camera kind of zoomed up close on him, I'm like, oh shit, that's MJF.
Yeah, I knew it had to be him.
Finally. I was like,
everybody else came out. Like it was, they brought everybody and their mom out to fucking help him. It was weird.
Right. But the fact that, he actually came out to help Cody.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, Ty. Yeah, that was crazy. But he noticed something that I know. Did you see the ref struggle to sell about seeing Hager? Because the ref literally looked at Hager slide out of the jump out of the ring while he was like, it was like he was looking, he was like over there in the corner with Guevara or whatever or whoever.
Oh yes.
And then he like literally looked back and looked at fucking Hager like kind of like the last part of his running and then jumping out of the ring and saw it and then like tried to turn around. I'm like, that's
I mean, Ty, it's
but things like that happen. Yeah.
It's only week 2, Ty. Don't be too hard on him. Like, give him a chance. He'll get it together. He'll get it together.
Who, the ref?
Yeah, he'll get it together. It's week 2.
But then I don't know. Let me see. I just saw a tweet that he was fired over that. No,
what? Oh, King Eddie Wang said what did make sense. He waited until the end to interfere. He should have made his presence felt from the gate. Now that's a really good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I was thinking like, yeah, maybe Hager might. Well, that's the thing. Going back to what I was saying before about Hager being out the game for a little bit, maybe he kind of had to, kind of stretch out a little bit, himself and shake his own cobwebs loose. Maybe his timing might be off, or whatever the case may be.
But one thing I didn't understand though is when they were in the ring, why did they just assume that MJF was coming out to fucking assault Cody? Like that was kind of stupid. It's like they kind of
because I can understand that. Well, I can understand that because when it's all said and done, he technically, I don't know about after tonight, but before, he was technically a heel.
Yeah, but ever since AEW has been on this level or whatever, it's constant him, and even being the elite the past month or 2 months, like he's constantly been talking about how he's his best friend. So everybody thinks that, oh yeah, he's gonna turn on him and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you can't put it past him.
Yeah, no, ultimately he's going to turn on him. But if this wasn't a night, it kind of just didn't. It's another awkward thing that happened tonight. Like I said, this whole second episode was awkward as fuck to me. Like last week's show, like, was a fucking one and came off great. But this one right here, it was just a bunch of awkward elements in it. It's like, okay, if he's constantly saying that Cody's his best friend, whatever, and then they even had being the elites, he's over Cody's house and this shit like that, and just say, oh, you're my best friend, you're the coaster, all this shit.
Right.
Like, it just didn't look right for him to come in with a chair and them not be like 100% on the defensive, but then they pulling him up. So it's like, okay, so is he working a deal with him? Like, whatever, like, does Cody look at that different next week? Like, yo, why did they think that you was gonna come in and hit me? You know what I'm saying? It just didn't come off right. I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Of course he goes after them, and it was just weird, man. Like this whole episode, like just as I said last week, I think the first episode came off way better as far as marks because I'm not in the business.
Right.
Last week's episode, I give like 4.5 marks.
Yeah.
4 and a quarter marks.
Right.
This week, because I can't give stars because I'm not in the business. But this week's episode, I like overall, and this is overall out of 5 marks, I give this week's episode 2.5, and that's being real.
I think I knew you were gonna go there. I'm gonna go one higher. And I'm gonna give it 3.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the number one, the women's match, was pretty bland. Matter of fact, it wasn't even all that good. I'll just be straight up honest. Mm-hmm. And then with the whole, even with the, like you say, the whole best friends segment, like that wasn't too good.
And then the transition from best friends to the
transition. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Transition. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The transition from the best friends promo to the Shawn Spears Moxley match, and also, yeah, those are really, to be honest with you, those are really like my 2, if you want to call it, dissatisfactions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I looked at that. But other than that, the tag match was great.
Yeah, that was good.
like I said, I enjoyed personally because of the storytelling, the Darby Allin, Jimmy Havoc match, and the main event. Like I said, the main event, the match itself, it was actually pretty good to me. Like aside from the referee being offset, somewhat, and Jake Hager being offset somewhat in terms of his timing of when and when not to interfere or whatnot. Yeah, I think it was pretty good. And to be honest with you, I didn't mind the ending either. With the Elite kind of getting their redemption on the Inner Circle after the Inner Circle just completely just clobbered them last week. I didn't mind that at all. Now the MJF thing, I'll say this about MJF. I think they should have acknowledged Friedman at the very top of the broadcast. I think number one, they should have highlighted what happened last week. They should have done, a highlight reel, a video reel of what happened last week with the Inner Circle and the Elite. And they also should have highlighted last week too, what should have or should have highlighted what happened between Cody and Jericho after Cody and Guevara, and how Jericho was just, literally beating him down for 15, 20 minutes, and how Friedman was nowhere to be found. That way, there would have been some intrigue throughout the night. Is MJF going to show up or not? You know what I'm saying? And if he shows up, you know what I'm saying? Whose side is he really on? You know what I'm saying? Is he really keeping his word of being Cody's friend, or is he just leading Cody on? That way, you telling that story and putting that out there. Now you've got now you got the fans. Now you're giving the fans something to play with, because it's now, okay, they're going to be wondering now. Is Friedman
remembering?
Right.
That's my favorite thing to say ever. Remembering.
But no, seriously, now you give them something to ponder about the whole night, and now they're going to be like, okay, is Friedman really going to show up? And when he shows up, what's he going to do? Is he going to live up to his word? Are him and Cody really friends? Because
what's he going to do?
Right.
Holy shit.
Boy, you got thunder booty.
This is bad, man. I don't know. I think I drank. That's right. I drank.
Oh, you had a little bit of the bubbly.
I like the way he incorporated that at the end of that promo too.
Yeah.
But shit, all in all, man. Like I said, I'm and this is the thing. It's okay, I love what AEW is doing, but when I have something like this episode, I'm not gonna, I'm saying, I'm not gonna come on and just lie and say that this was the greatest shit that I've ever seen in wrestling. To be honest, I can't wait to hop on now and watch NXT. The only match I saw that, and it was after the fact, is I saw Leo Rush. Did you see that?
I was on. That's what I was. Damn, we thinking alike. Yeah, because I was watching Gulak and Rush too, and that's the first match.
Yeah. So I can't wait to see it. But did you know? I know. But yeah, man, holy shit.
Oh yeah, Top Cat. Yeah, Raw did get a completely negative mark from me.
Yeah, you damn right. I miss Raw. Because my DVR was like, fuck Raw.
Yeah.
My DVR was like, fuck Raw.
And Raw was like, fuck it. So yeah.
So it is what it is. So shit, man, it is what it is, man. This has been another kind of, shit, we said it was gonna jump on, so that's what we did. We jumped on. But after SmackDown Friday, we'll definitely do one. And it's funny, I'm saying a more in-depth one, but this is an hour and 8 minutes.
Right.
But no, what I'm saying is just shit. This is the AEW what do you call it? Cover
recap.
We did the Raw, recap. We did the Raw one just at the end of the week. We just pretty much be the end of the week fucking recap of fucking professional wrestling in the WWE universe, man.
Right.
Definitely good time. AEW Dynamite, do fucking better next week. You got a bunch of people watching you. You got a bunch of eyes on you, and you got a bunch of people fucking with their fingers crossed.
And let me
you can't go down. You got to go up.
Right. And let me explain this too, for those of y'all that will come on here, and this is none of y'all that are watching right now and leaving comments. So we're not talking to y'all. But for those of y'all in the future that will come on and think that we're just a bunch of AEW marks, like we're here to tell you, like, no.
Yeah, watch
like one thing about us here on DVP is that we call shit exactly how we see it. So like if AEW fucks up, you know, we gonna let them know. Like even though we pretty much, you know, we piss on WWE a lot because they fuck up the most. But like when AEW fucks up, like, yeah, we're gonna definitely let these people know about it. And you know, to a certain extent, they kind of fucked up tonight. I'm not gonna even lie. They kind of fucked up tonight. But that does not mean that we don't believe in AEW still, because we do.
And I believe.
That's what I'm
saying. I believe in the AEW. I think that they could do big things.
Right.
I believe in the AEW so much that I like them more than Hot Wings. No, I don't like more than Hot Wings though. You bet like me.
I thought you were gonna say
like me. Like me.
I thought you were gonna say ice cream.
Yeah, I don't fuck with ice cream.
Yeah, because it gives you sweet. Because it gives you thunder booty.
Thunder ass.
Thunder ass. Yeah. Silent but deadly.
Mm-hmm. Hold up. I'm gonna take this last question. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this bitch up. If anyone else has something to say real quick, even if it's just later, because that's what I said to you all later.
Oh, real quick. Eddie Wang said they should have used them old school teachers' school desks like last week to slam a motherfucker on. Yeah, that wouldn't have been
which match? For the Derby shit?
No, for the main event. I think he's talking about the main event. When, especially, I think he's talking about the post-match beatdown. Yeah. He said Owens now in the alumni section of WWE. A work. Really?
What, on the website or something? Would have to be, right?
Yeah, I guess it is, but I don't know. Like Owens should be in the Hall of Fame. He should be in the Hall of Fame, but you know, I mean,
hold up, Owens.
Oh, he said Owens.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a fucking word.
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens. Oh, I thought he meant Owen Hart. Oh, my bad. My bad.
He has to mean it.
Yeah, he has to be. Yeah,
he has to be talking about Owen.
Wait, whoa.
Yeah, clarify that.
In the alumni section. Wait, he won the fucking match. Don't you mean Shane?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you meant Shane, Top Crew.
Yeah, Kevin. No, he said Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens. What the fuck is he doing in the
alumni section?
What?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I'm gonna have to go do my research on that shit. Because Kevin Owens won that match like last week. Like, why the fuck is he in the?
No, but alumni. I mean, like they have alumni that are still that are active. I guess they're just saying because he's not really KO's now in the alumni section of W. Oh, you know what it is? It's probably protocol. It's probably if you've wrestled for the company for a certain amount of years. But we all know alumni means that you're done. You kind of done or graduated.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what? Yeah, we're gonna have to go do some. Yeah, we'll have to do a little investigation.
To the champion, and the champion. Next one, I'm gonna use the just out of what you call it, out of what do you call that shit? Damn, you see what I'm saying? I can't remember normal shit like yeah, my name is fuck, what's my name? What's my name?
Your name's Aaron.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But oh yeah, just as far as oh my god, I did it again. But like kind of a experiment. I'm gonna use the other mic next time. I love this mic because it's super thing, but yeah, I'm gonna use the other mic next time. I don't know why I just thought of that probably because I just looked over at it. But
yeah,
it is what it is, man.
It is what it is.
Get better. AEW Dynamite. Yeah. Like not creative, I ain't gonna say creative.
Clean that shit up.
Yeah, because it was kind of decent. It was good. Everything, but in a nutshell, it was a bunch of small things. And that's what you got to make sure the details. The details is what's going to fucking keep y'all's fucking train moving.
Yep.
Because you gotta understand how I'm looking at it as a fan perspective of like an actual fanboy of AEW, not just a wrestling fan. I actually love AEW and like I like Cody and I like MJF and I like all the guys over there. I like can't wait to see what they do with this shit.
Right.
But if I can come on here and say this, just think what fucking Jim Cornette or anybody that's in the business. They're gonna murder this episode. They're gonna murder this episode.
Oh yeah, Jim Cornette is gonna like verbally like just defecate over. No, well he might be like Aaron. He might like thunder fart over this whole episode.
Thunder biscuits.
Thunder biscuits.
Yeah,
John Martinez, appreciate that, man. Beer leg shot it. All right.
Beer, is it lagging?
Beer lag shot it. Oh, my bad. I thought it said leg.
I can't believe. I hope I'm not lagging, man.
Nah, he ain't lagging.
See, I'm on this damn laptop, man.
Damn. But yep. But yeah, AEW, clean that shit up though.
Clean it up, man. We're ready. Like for real. This is getting way out of hand, folks. But anyway, we'll be back on Friday next Friday after the whole shit said and done. Jim gonna talk cash shit.
Oh yeah, real quick, one last thing for real before we get the hell out of here. NWA Power, man.
Oh yeah. I'm about after I watch NXT, I'm gonna watch that shit. And I gotta ask you, is it on television?
No, it's on YouTube.
Or is it strictly on YouTube?
Matter of fact, subscribe to NWA YouTube. Oh yeah, well just go to NWA's YouTube page. That shit on there. I seen that shit last night. Like, dude, I'm telling you, like
old school vibes.
Yes, like, dude, that shit take you back, dog. Like throwback, like, dude, from the whole setup, just like, you know what I'm saying, to the matches, like to the segments. I mean, like everything. Like, yes.
You know, let's answer this question and then we'll be done with this stream.
Okay.
It's Ty Howard special. He said, see y'all Friday. Who you got top pick in this draft?
AG?
Top pick.
You want to go first?
I mean, because it's a draft of both. But top pick is like for Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
Which brand is the A brand? Like if we're really saying the top pick, like which brand? Was that how they go? Top pick.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
Pick. Yeah.
Top pick. Brock.
Oh wow!
Yeah, Brock Lesnar. Yeah, Brock Lesnar. I mean, he will because he just destroyed Kofi, the guy with crazy momentum. It would have to be Brock. Brock would have to be the top pick, and he'll probably just stay over on SmackDown since he just beat Kofi on SmackDown.
All right. Well, since you say Brock, so you say that's for SmackDown, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
I mean, he's saying top pick, so I think it means top pick overall, like one and two, like kind of 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying? Because they both one get a pick, and then the other get a pick. So,
well,
Brock will be the first pick on whoever wins top pick. Like, you know what I'm saying? First, whatever.
Even though I don't like what the fuck he did, and even though I really don't give a fuck about him anymore, I'm gonna give him this credit because I still think he's the top pick worthy talent.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins? You think?
Yep.
Oh yeah. So shit, we just said the two champs. So yeah, it kind of makes sense for that to be. Yeah. But you know, other than that, well, I mean, and that sucks that we said the champs, because what if it's a thing to where the champs have to stay on the roster that they're on? So do another top pick, man. But I mean, for real, and then we're gonna go ahead and. But you get what I'm saying? Like, okay, they're not gonna take the SmackDown champion and move him to Raw. So yeah,
right, that's true. All right, well, if that's the case, you know what? I'm gonna go with that boy Ricochet.
Ricochet, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one, and he would be a good pick for SmackDown to pull him over on SmackDown, the Fox shit. Yeah, so people can actually see like one of the baddest motherfuckers. Huh? Shit, you said Ricochet.
Yep.
You know what? I'm gonna just throw a monkey wrench in the whole shit, and it's kind of trolling because I already know he's not gonna be the top pick, but I think that the top pick for the next pick. Whoa! Hey guys, my name is Aaron. I don't talk too much. I don't talk too much today. I just talk in the worst of ways. But Buddy Murphy,
I like that. I like that. Hey, we appreciate that KK Pump. We appreciate that.
That is what it is, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Wow.
We'll go ahead and get out
I will do that. I don't mean to cut you off. I was just talking to Top Crew. I was just saying, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Damn, he's saying no longer on the active roster. The fuck?
Oh, so he's not on the active, he's just on alumni, huh?
Damn. Okay, I'm gonna definitely do my research about this tomorrow. First thing I get up.
Real quick, do you think that we may see Kevin Owens on AEW next Wednesday?
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
We're gonna get out of here.
Oh, how I love the thought. I love the thought.
Bet. I love what it is, what it ain't, what it's gonna be. Dear Vince podcast. We're not gonna give this an episode number. This was just an impromptu fucking AEW recap.
This was AEW Dynamite recap.
That's
what it was.
Pull up Friday. Pull up Friday. We're gonna talk wrestling.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, then. Okay, let's see how many times you got to press end broadcast before the bitch end.